So here we got JFIN. I'm going to go over this one and WAFU. But we actually have to start with another one. Here we go. DUO. Ran from 10 to over 100. And it started a bunch of pumps in this sector. And as we see here, mystery move, quadruples. Did more than that. But no major announcement. So it's just a pump and dump, right? But what happens is someone says, oh, Chinese stocks, low float Chinese stocks, education. Let's pump these. So here we see JFIN. $2 it broke the 3 range, and then it pushes to 30. Ultimately pushing back, and here we are at 506 on the end of Friday. So definitely a pump and dump, but it's still pushed from the 2 range to 5. So some people will still be hoping that it goes back, and people will be averaging down, so there's a chance of a bounce. But you can't get too trigger happy in a play like this. So let's go back and look at the year to get a better feel. So I got my lines for what I'm thinking. The 5. So I'll be watching to see if the 5 holds in the all pre-market. I won't be jumping in if it's way over. If it starts jumping 6, 7, I don't care. I'm watching for the 5 to hold. After the bell for at least 15 minutes. If it doesn't, I'm watching for the $4, seeing if 4 will hold. But as my second I played earlier this week, last week was I got in about 350 and sold about 430. So I'll be looking for maybe a 350 load ideally. And if that can't hold, it's $3. Those are my loads. So if 5 can't hold, 5 holds, obviously I'm loading 5. If it doesn't, I'm looking for the 4 to hold. 350, then 3. If that can't hold, it's gonna be it's gonna be a panic. Look, it was down at 170, but my price targets on the other hand are gonna be, say I get in at 350. I'll use these these load entries as price targets. So if I got in at 350, 4 would be, 5 would be. But if I got in at 5, say the 5 holds, I'm going to look for an at 7 first of all, where I lock profits. If it drops, I'm looking for the same loads. If it holds and stays with a lot of volume for a significant amount of time, my next target will be 8. From there, 950. There, 10. And there, next would be 11. And then from there, I'm not trying to go any higher. It did hit 30 or whatnot, but if it keeps pushing, this is one of those plays where this was even though it's a pump, they pump it because it's had low volume. No one was trading it. Someone was able to slap the ass hard enough and uptick it to the point where whoever was short or who tried to short it initially, just squeezed it, and then new shorts came in, and it just was a repetitive cycle until eventually whoever got caught on top, whoever dumb bulls and the last of the shorts. So my price targets, let me repeat: 7, 8, 950, 10, and 11. My my load areas, I'm looking for the 5 to hold, the 4, the 350, and the 3 level. So let's go to a little less than a year. Let's go to like a 50-day to get a better feel here. So look at the volume. No volume. So this is how they find these low float stocks that have very little volume. They're easy to manipulate. So I'm not aware of who's done this one, but it was a complete pump. It's just like it was a pump in response to another pump in the same sector. And now I'm going to show you guys exactly how another pump goes. And that will be WAFU. Look at this. So 5 minutes, 7 days just to get a feel. Let's get closer. Let's go 3-day. Ooh, let's go 5-day. I already put my marks on that. So 5-day, look at this. $2 range, same thing. Pushed up 230, broke 3. Pushed to 1.15 and then ended back at 5. So what happened here? So it's also worth noting on the JFIN, they actually come out and say, hey, we don't know why our stock spiked like that. We don't know. We don't understand the unusual market activity. So they even say there's nothing, right? So not only that, you come in, they actually dropped their earnings since then, and look, they're down 57% from the same period. It's not good. So so it's not a long-term investment. They're gonna pump it as it is, but it's not. You don't want to sit here and hold us for a year. I mean, that's on you. This is a short-term bounce play. If anything, that's how I'm looking for it. I'm looking for that panic load and the quick bounce back, and I'm out. I've been in and out twice now, and I like these stocks just because they're volatile. But you can't be holding these. Who knows? Why wouldn't they do an offering if their stock has just ran from 2 to, even if it holds up at like 3? That's a 50% move. Not saying that it will hold up at 3. So on top of that, let's go back to JFIN. So here we are, 2 o'clock. So people are thinking, what's the next one, right? DUO ran, JFIN ran. What's the next low float Chinese stock? So I'm sitting here on this day. Was it on Thursday? I'm sitting here watching my high day scanner and after hours, and I see WAFU, WAFU Education Group Limited, start spiking on my high day scanner. So I check it out, but there's not really any volume to it. So I'm thinking, what's going on? Look for some news. I don't see any news. Keep spiking. I'm thinking, what's going on? Keep spiking. So I figure, it's almost pumping this. So of course, I go and I check the usual suspects and check it out. God damn it. I gotta find it again. Was it 6-8? No, 6-10, I mean. So here we go. I'm thinking, why is this stock spiking? What's going on? No volume, no news. Running 50% off about no volume. Sure enough, good old line master, JFIN. If you want to focus your sympathy plays off JFIN, look at the stocks that fit the pattern. He labels PUYU WAFU. No, this is at 214. Right? You click it. WAFU is at $2.22. It is now at moved 131%. This is the only reason. So here comes 25 minutes later. 222, 261. So that's the move I'm watching. So this is where I find these. I say, it's just a pump, right? So here I am. I say, looks like line pumping this after hours, right? At 262. So I want to be clear. I'm not trying to call him out. This guy's a pumper. If he wants a pump, I don't care. That's risky. I don't know why you'd want to risk that, but I've been playing these pumps for years. I'm just trying to be clear with everyone and show everyone what's going on, because this is how you're going to learn how to trade. Because if you don't, you're going to be the one that buys this at 10 and holds it for a week, and when it slides back to 1 or 2, and you're going to get really screwed. So you got to understand the catalyst and what's really going on these stocks. So WAFU looks like Lion Man's pumping this at 262, right? And what's even clearer, look at this. So from $2.20 to $4, and look at the volume. These are 5-minute candles. 21,000, 21,000, 14,000. There was no volume. So what happens is they slap the ass. They buy all the shares cheap. If anyone shorts it, like I already explained, they get stuck. Because the next morning, right at 1 a.m. Eastern, they start slapping the ass again. So what happens is it becomes the highest one up, and as everyone knows, everyone chases the pre-market gainer, right? And therefore you run to 5.30, eventually pushing up to 15, heading back to 5. But as I always say, I play the pumps, been playing the pumps. You just got to understand they are pumps. You can never get attached to them. You can in the back of your mind. You got to remember what this is and what this game is. So support, I'm looking at 450. Around 450 for support. Next being $4. If that doesn't hold, I'm not going to load until around 3. And if that breaks, my next one being 250-ish. So, and then say you load the 450 and it holds, and there's a push. I'm not going to chase this pre-market no matter what it does. I'm going to let it open 15 minutes and see the panic. Or even 15 to 45 minutes, I'm going to wait for the panic. But if that 450, if it holds or bounces off that 450, I'll get around there, and I'll be looking for a 6. Be my first average. My first price target. Then 7. Then it's going to be 8. 850. 9, and then 950. And I'm saying I take profits at every one of these. Wait for it to hold for a significant amount of time. For the MACD to go bearish and go all the way bullish. And for it to hold above that level while it does that, to re-add. Or I look to load at the line below it. And that's how I'm playing this one. But I don't know if that 450 is going to load, so I'm hoping for a panic, like a quick $3 test, and then bounce back to 4, and just catch that quick dollar for a quick 33% move, real quick, maybe in 10 minutes or something. But as you see here, look at this same situation where that's RSI 60, and here's even more proof of it. Here comes seeking alpha. It is unclear there is any material news to account for the move, but much attention has been recently paid to smaller dollar stocks outperforming amid retail investor interest. So they're pretty much just coming up with speculation on why they're moving, because they have no idea, because they're just pumps. One of the reports tried to put JFIN. The reason it moved was because of Hertz. The bankruptcy bounces causing penny stocks to fly 1,000%. Come on now. They're just dumb journalists. So this is worth noting, how these replay and how to play them. So don't hold on to them long. Anything with volatility offers opportunity, so just be prepared. Real tight risk management. I wouldn't even do a mental stop. I'd have physical stops in these. That's how fast they're moving, and I want to risk more than 2%. So I'm not saying load here and then sell here. You load here and with a 2% thing and sell right here, and then wait to load here. That's the whole point of these. So I hope this was clear and helpful. Let me know if I should continue making videos like this.